Are you a first-time home buyer that's looking to buy in the next couple of years? You want to hear about an awesome new program that's going to help you get there? Well, let's talk all about House Bill 589, Idaho's first-time home buyer savings account. Hi, I'm Charlotte with Birch & Cedar Realty Group. In today's video, I want to talk to you about Idaho's first-time home buyers savings account. House Bill 589 actually was signed into law in March of 2020. Basically, what this does is it adds to the existing law language that talks about first-time home buyer savings account. We'll get into the specifics in a second, but from a high level, what this does is it allows Idaho residents who've never purchased a home before, they're allowed to open a savings account at a specific bank and contribute money each year. The amount of money they put in is then deducted from their taxable income. The funds that you put into this account are to be used towards buying your house. And we'll go into a little bit more detail on what it can be used for a little later. How you open the account is actually based on how you file your taxes. So if you're an individual, you're going to have an individual account. If you're married and you file jointly, then you'll have a joint account. If you're married but you file separately, then you'll each need to have your own account. The amount that you put in each year is the amount that you can take as a deduction against your taxable income. An individual is allowed to put in $15,000 into the account each year, and a married couple that files jointly is allowed to put in $30,000 per year. The entire account is capped at $100,000. So what this means is that each year you can put in, say if you're an individual, $15,000. Now if your taxable income is $60,000, you're allowed to take a $15,000 deduction from your taxable income, making your taxable income $45,000. Just a quick note, I'm not a CPA, so if you want to know how this plays out to your financial information and your situation, be sure to contact your CPA or your tax advisor. This program is really cool and it's going to be very helpful for first-time home buyers. So let's dig into some of the nitty-gritty details. The law now states that you can use these funds towards eligible home costs. And what that means is that things like your down payment or closing costs, different fees from your lender or the escrow company, inspection costs, things like that, any sort of cost that you're incurring while you're trying to purchase your home counts. What does it mean to be an account holder? Well, you have to live in Idaho. You have to have filed your most recent income tax in Idaho in the most recent taxable year. You need to be a first-time home buyer. And basically what this means is you cannot have purchased or owned solely or jointly a single-family home or a multifamily home in the past at all in any state. Now, if you are married and you're filing jointly, the law actually states that you both have to reside in Idaho, but only one of you has to have had your income tax in the most recent taxable year filed in Idaho, and only one of you has to be an official first-time home buyer. Now let's talk about what kinds of homes qualify. The law says single-family homes only. So what that means is that if you are thinking about buying a multifamily duplex, that doesn't count. It has to be single-family homes only. But it can be a manufactured home, a mobile home, a condo, a townhouse, or a regular detached single-family home. As I mentioned before, this is very new. Most banks either don't know about it or aren't set up quite yet to open these accounts for you. I wanted to make sure the information was out there because it's really helpful for first-time home buyers. If you're interested in learning more or want to stay up to date, I'm going to include a link in the description below for you to sign up to get notified every time I have more information on this. I hope this was helpful. As always, like, subscribe, and click that little bell. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.